So, in this section, we're gonna learn some common errors which are used in UPSC examinations, the defense exams like CDS and NDA. So this section is spotting the errors. The section is spotting the errors, and it is divided into four equal parts that are A, B, C, and D. And usually D part is no error part. That means if a sentence is intentionally made wrong in grammar and in construction or by any other mean, which is not acceptable in standard English usage. So students have to select this part as choice from the options. So they have to select any of the part from A, B, C, D. If there is no error in those parts, A, B, C, and then you can choose D, which is no error part. So today we're gonna see some basics. So the common errors types. There are five types of common errors, which are usually used in supporting the error section, which comprises of 20 to even 40 marks. We have seen from the last year pattern, and it remains the same from the last 10 years or more. So let's see the first section of this spotting the errors. First common type of error. So first common type of error is subject with verb agreement. So what that means is subject is always accompanied with verb. Subject is always accompanied with verb. So let's say is I am I is subject. Here I is subject. Subject is something that we are talking about, whom we are talking about. The main thing in a sentence is subject. So I here is subject. Let's say it says subject and am, which is used and which is I is accompanied with am. So this is verb. So I is accompanied with am. Subject is accompanied with verb. So I am Jag. Let's say my name is Jag. So you can easily see the subject is accompanied with verb. The verb and its subjects must get along, otherwise some sentence becomes incorrect. So you just simply have to learn that subject is always come with verb. I with am. The boys are playing. The boys is subject and are is verb. So the subject is with verb. The boys are playing. So this is simple, but which things confuse candidates in this are the subjects which seems to be singular but they are plural. So firstly let's do some words which seems to be singular but they are plural. Let's say a team, a word, a team, a team. This seems to be singular because there is no es or no s behind this. And if we write s or uh, after team and es after team, that makes no sense. That is incorrect. So team is never accompanied with s, but this is plural. This is plural. You know that what is plural and singular. The singular is that thing which is single, that is one in number. Like I have sunglasses. Sunglasses is plural, but like words economics. The economics is accompanied with s, but it is singular. So it is only one thing. The plural is that thing which is one, more than one or more than two. So it can be anything, but it it will always be more than one or two. Like a team, a team is consists of 10 people, 10 persons. So 10 players. I'm sorry, 10 players. So this is more than one. 10 is more than one, and therefore a team is plural. Likewise, we can say team. I have word team, and then I have some other words like this, like jury. So jury also seems to be singular, but it is plural. And like police, army, police, army. You gonna join army, police, and army. They all seems to be singular, but they are plural because army is not consists of a single man. So armies consist of lots and lots of trained soldiers. So that's why police is also it's something which is group of people. So it seems to be singular, but this is plural. So there are more words you have to learn. I'll make a page and will upload to my account. You can check out that. All the words which confuse, which are seems to be singular, but they are plural. So now these were plural. These were plural. Plural. Sorry. Now we'll see the words which seems plural, but they are singular. Like I'll say, one second. Like I'll say, uh, mathematics. Sorry, physics. Mathematics is too long word. So let's say physics. So physics is accompanied with s, and usually what English says that the things which are accompanied with s or es are plural, but this isn't in this case because physics is a subject, so it's singular thing, but it seems plural. And there are more subjects like economics, mathematics, rickets, summons, molasses. There's always accompanied with es or s, but they are singular. So they are singular. Like I'll say one more, write one more word, rickets. So they are singular. So this is a subject verb agreement. So if I want to say that physics is if you will say that physics are very interesting subject, that will be wrong because physics is singular. So physics is very interesting subject. So according to subject, you have to choose the verb. Like physics is very interesting uh, subject. So according to physics, which is singular, we have used is, which is verb and which is singular verb. So subject is agreed with verb. Subject verb agreement. Agreement. So this is as simple as that, but you have to learn these confusing words, and you have to remind these words when you're going for exams. So let's see other words which seems to be singular but are plural, like this. We can add some more words here. Sunglasses. Sunglasses. So this seems to be singular, but here a simple grammatical formula used that s it is accompanied with s, so it's simply plural. But this isn't the case with physics and mathematics, so you have to learn that. So let's see the second common error. Second type of common error. So first was the subject verb agreement. The second is pronoun verb agreement. Pronoun verb agreement. So in this, as this suggests, that pronoun is always agreed with a verb. Now what is pronoun? Pronoun is a word that is used in a place of a noun. It's a kind of noun. So it can be a name. So person, male, female, they are pronouns. And according to them, the verb is used with them. So there are many pronouns which confuse the student candidates in the exam, that a few, many, several, only, etc. Learn to use proper verbs with them. So few means very less. Few means very less. Many means very large. So many, let's say a sentence, many of us joined the league. So many of us, so many is plural here. So the verb used with many in, if there is a sentence, so it will be plural. Likewise, this particular section, pronoun verb agreement, is really very it's very favorite of CDS exam setters, that it's actually second favorite. So they usually use many of question from pronoun verb agreement. So I'll say if we have 20 questions in the examination, then 4 to 5 questions are of pronoun verb agreement. So you have to learn those simple words, errors which commonly related to verbs with neither use of words. So let's say we have each, every, either or, someone, everyone, nobody. But these are kind of pronouns. So someone, everyone. This seems to be plural, but they are singular. So let's say someone. We can't say someone are. So it will be wrong. Someone is, it will be right. Someone is will be right. So this is pronoun agreed with verb. This is pronoun verb agreement. So likewise, the neither nor, we can use the we can say 90-degree angle, which is neither acute or nor obtuse. Or I've used or, so that's wrong. So we have to say the 90-degree angle is neither obtuse and nor acute. So this will be right. And let's move on to the third part, which is error in sentence fragment construction. Sentence should clearly state the facts or information in it. So what this simply says, that error in sentence. Let's write short form, error in sentence fragmentation. But simply this states that the sentence doesn't to be messed up. It should not create ambiguity in description. So on this basis, questions are asked in your defense examinations. So let's say in a sentence, an India born writer Sulaiman Rashidi. So that is wrong because an India, this doesn't make any sense. This has done an ambiguity in description. It shows messed up. But if we'll say Salman Rushdie, a writer born in India, that will be correct. So let's write the correct sentence. Salman Rushdie, a writer born in India. I love my India. So, a writer born in India. And you have to also point this comma errors. You have to learn where commas are used. I'll tell you in my next videos. Commas and full stops and exclamatory signs where these kind of errors are also asked in the examination. So this was the third part where we it's just very simple. We shouldn't make the sentence a messed up sentence. So there was the error in sentence fragmentation. So let's see the fourth part. Let's see the fourth part here. Then the problems with possessive cases. Possessive cases. Now what are possessive cases? Now let's make a table here and 1 and 2. So let's say that this is subjective. This is subjective. This is possessive. So what possessive is? This is subjective. What simply possessive is? It's another form of subjective. So let's say if a subject I, what this is called in possessive form. Let's say it will be called mine or my, and in objective form it's called me. So you know that I is a subject. So possessive, simply you just have to learn that possessiveness show that the work of possession, like this football is mine and this football belongs to me. This is objective sentence, and this is possessive sentence. This football is mine. So this shows a work of possession. Likewise, we have, let's say, we. It will be called here our, and there us. So likewise, possessive show the work of possession, the degree of the highest degree. Like this football belongs to me. That truck is ours. So this shows a work of possession. That's why it's called possessive sentence. So let's move on, and the last type of common error is with modifiers. So what modifiers is? Let's write first. Modifiers. Modifiers are simply those words which modify the sentence. You just have to learn that. So modifiers are like teenagers. They fall in love with whatever they are next to. So make sure that they are next to something they ought to modify. So this simply the work of modifiers is to modify a sentence. Let's say a barely. Barely is a modifier. You have to learn the modifier words. Let's say we have a modifier barely. Now let's make a sentence. I'll say a sentence and recall your mind that whether this sentence is right or not. So the sentence is, he barely kicked that ball 20 yards. So is this right? No, this isn't right. The right sentence will be, he kicked that ball barely 20 yards. So barely is used with ball. So this is used next to something. It has to modify the ball. It is used next to ball. So he kicked that ball barely 20 yards. So that will be the right. So there are more modifiers like only. Let's change the color. Only, just, and just, nearly, barely, and there are much more. I'll upload it later and tell you later more modifiers. So simply modifiers are what? Which modifies the sentence. So likewise, I have another sentence. So let's say if we change the oil every 3000 miles, we can keep our car running smoothly. So here we can keep our car running smoothly. So it modifies the sentence. So this was a modifier error. So if we I have already said a sentence that he barely kicked that ball at 20 yards. So barely, it can't be used after subject. So he is subject. He barely can't. It's not right. So you have to use barely after the ball. That is, he kicked that ball barely 20 yards. So there are more there are more modifiers like only, I'll already write that, and almost, even, merely, scarcely should be clear in sentence. Students should develop knowledge of usage of these words through practice. You have to practice a lot. But we will do the practice of these modifiers in our next video. So, and we'll see how other words, only, just, even, almost, are used in the sentence, and how, if they are not in the right position, how we can point out them. So this was all about the common errors, the types of common errors. There were 5 types you can see, and you can see again and again to clarify yourself what common errors are used in the examination, and I hope this will help you guys in your exam, and I'll come with more examples, and there are more common types of errors. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching.